Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss with you a new topic, that is the abolition of slavery. All right. Slavery was very first abolished by the Jacobean government in 1794. Students, please recollect here that after the French Revolution in 1789, third states they formed the National Assembly, and they drafted a constitution in 1791, but that constitution failed to provide right to all the people. All right, women, they didn't got the right, even that the poor people, they didn't got the right. And for that reason, students, poor people, they formed several clubs in France. Okay, इसी तरह का एक जो क्लब था, that was Jacobean club, and Jacobean club, it got lot of popularity and gradually became very powerful. All right, and for that reason they came into the power, and when they came into the power, Robespierre was their leader. We have studied the Reign of Terror from 1793 to 94. Robespierre launched the Reign of Terror. All right, तो उन्होंने कुछ अच्छे काम भी किए थे, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल स्लेवरी वाज वेरी फर्स्ट एबोलिश्ड by the Jacobean government in 1794. All right, let us see that what are the uses of slaves during that time. All right, you will see that some of the colonies are there in the Caribbean nation. Okay, and they used to supply the commodities such as tobacco, indigo, sugar and coffee. So for that reason, those who are European merchants, businessmen, they used to purchase slave from Africa, and they used to sell it in Caribbean nation. All right, just see here the colonies in Caribbean. Martinique, this is one of the colony in Caribbean. Guadeloupe and San Domingo were important suppliers of commodities such as tobacco, indigo, sugar and coffee. All right, the Europeans did not like to go these distant places, therefore there advised the shortage of labor. There arised the shortage of labor on these plantations. Europeans, they never like to go to distant places. So for that reason, they used to purchase slaves, and the slaves, they used to work there in the Caribbean nation, and it's a triangular slave trade. All right, so this was met by a triangular slave trade between Europe, Africa and America. All right, the merchants sailed from the ports of Bordeaux or Nantes to the African coast, where they bought the slaves from local chieftains. Bordeaux and Nantes, they are the famous port in France, and Bordeaux and Nantes के जो पोर्ट थे, वहाँ पर French government, they used these ports for the slave trade, and many businessmen and European businessmen and European industrialists, they made money through slave trade. All right, students, just see, after that they were branded and shackled and shipped to Caribbean. That means the European merchants, they started their journey from Bordeaux and Nantes, and they used to go to Africa. From there they used to purchase slaves, and then they just shackled them and shipped to where? Caribbean. Caribbean, you know, Caribbean islands are the islands near America. Okay, there they are sold to the plantation owners, and they were exploited by the plantation owners to meet their production needs. Okay, After a long debate in the Assembly of France, finally in 1794, slavery was abolished to extend its law of equality to all the humans, but it was very short lived. Okay, and you will see that after that again that slavery started. All right, because after the Jacobean government, when the wealthy peoples came into the power, they started the slave trade. All right, but in 1848, finally the slave trade was abolished. It was a complete abolish of slavery. 1848 is one of the important here. All right, when the slave trade was totally abolished. Thank you, students.